And I want to say here that no one will ever have it held against them at the end of their lives for believing a lie,
If you do your best, you
for
do your
believing
best.
something that was not true. It will be held against you if it is proven to you and you acknowledge it as being true but insist on believing the opposite anyway. That will be held against you.
Mm-hmm.
But for genuinely just believing something that is not true and having no idea that it wasn't true, the worst that's going to happen to you is you'll get to the pearly gates and St. Peter will tell you, oh yeah, this thing you thought was true is actually not true. And you'll kind of go, oh well.
Yep. Like Aquinas with the Immaculate Conception.
Exactly.
No, we
And
still
he's still
call
the
him.
greatest theologian who has ever lived. But I must point out that the only thing that is now a doctrine that he disagreed with is the one that it took the authority of the magisterium of the church to confirm.
This is true.
It is one that is not totally that is not really at all based in tradition, that it did actually take the authority of the church with some knowledge of tradition as well. Because Pius X used the authority of the chair of Peter to, I think his was the Assumption of Mary. That was the doctrine that he confirmed from the chair of Peter. I think the Immaculate Conception was one that it took a conclave of the church to define. So it was kind of like, yeah, that's the one thing that he disagreed with because he genuinely had no way of knowing better. And by his own reason, he didn't necessarily come to that point. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
No issue there. It's not going to be held against him. And he's a saint, so he's definitely in heaven.
Your job in this life is to pursue truth to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
And if you, like, we're all going to come up short of that. I'm probably going to be a material heretic. Not a formal one, hopefully, thank God, but a material one in some form or another, because there's something I'm going to believe that's not right.
At some
And
point in your
fine.
life.
Like,
And you have a responsibility to learn truth and to learn the teachings of the church. You have a responsibility to that as a practicing Catholic.
Yep.
But I will always say, if I believe something, if I think something, I'll say, well, I believe this thing, and this is how I've come to it according to my own use of reason. But if I'm reading the catechism, and the catechism says the exact opposite thing, I'll be like, oh, well, I guess I was wrong. Because the catechism is not wrong.
Because a higher infallible authority above you is reasonably smarter than you.
And I am subordinating my own intellect and my will to that authority.
Mm-hmm.
It's what we should all do, and we shouldn't think ourselves more important or more intelligent than anybody else specifically because of any specific reason, whether we have letters in front of or behind our name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any letters at all. I just have a fancy piece of paper on the wall.